Hello. The man sips his tea and studies you intently. New face, eh? If you've got business here, talk to Dwin at the counter. He's the proprietor of this business. I'm really only employed to make sure things go smoothly. Nud. You're gonna nud? You don't seem like the rest of the villagers. He betrays a thin smile. My, you're perceptive, eh? I'm a mercenary, you see. I fought with the Bayonne Serpents, the Lundell Blackguard, and even the Dark Stars for a time. And now, I protect the business interests of this fine gentleman, nothing more. So please, pay me no heed. I'm looking for some former Dark Star mercenaries. He narrows his eyes. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty fucking congenial, because it's no secret that I'm a former Dark Star merc myself. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Vela's ambitions, once so intoxicating, were likely to get us all killed. Well, out with it then. Exactly who are you looking for? Let's see. Tell me about Vela. Now that's a good one. You're just gonna stride up to the boss lady herself and claim that you need bounty, are you? No, don't get me wrong. I've never really knew the woman. I was too low ranking to be clinking my tankard with her. But I've been privy to some of her deeds, and, well, let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Vela Kalos. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea, and I wouldn't tell you if I did. That woman has plans in motion that I couldn't begin to comprehend, and I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts for the sake of my own neck. Well, I'm meeting with Jack Basalt. And James Pepper. James Pepper. Good old Jack. He smirks. In the Union, they still call him Shame of the Navy, after he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a sky ship, sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below decks, he always found time to share a drink with those under his command, learning their names, their troubles. Not every merc captain does that. Of course, I don't know if that was thanks to a kind heart or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess. You're meeting in a pub, right? He grins. That's enough about Dark Stars. Good. And let me be plain. You didn't hear any of this from me. Are we clear? Is that Scryshroom tea you're drinking? He's quiet a moment and merely takes a sip. Indeed. Tell me, did old Dwayne over there give you a speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking the stuff? No. He smirks. Well, I'm sorry for spoiling the tale for you. The funny thing is, he doesn't touch the stuff. It's more of a sales tactic, you might say. Whenever he does drink Scryshroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional and... He grins. Empties his bowels prematurely. Oh, it gives him the schlitz. You see, Scryshroom may be a popular drug, but that's all it is to most people. A party trick, or a quick high. The truth is, most can't see the future from drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect that any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. But the premonitions are there. You just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why, if you were to, say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife in your throat before you knew it. He smiles warmly. Now, is there anything else? You know what? I'll be going then. He smiles politely, but says nothing. I don't think I want to press that guy any further. Hi. Look at you.
Welcome. Pull up a stool. If you're looking for Scryshroom, you've come to the right place.
He leans on the counter and thrusts a bulging eye in your direction.
Do you know what Scryshroom does, newcomer?
Yes.
Then you'll have heard that shows you the future. But see, that puts some folk off, as they're scared of what they might see. I'm here to tell you, it ain't like that. There ain't no cipher spell in the great library of Bayonne that can do what Scryshroom does. It plunges you into the river of time so you can see the bends and currents rushing towards you. I'm turning him into more of a pirate, yarr. Do you know how I grew this business? Not with luck, my friend. Oh, no. I use the humble scry shroom to outsmart my rivals, and now my company ships them to every corner of the apostatic union. So what do you say? You buy in?
So wait, do these visions actually always come true? He squirms a little.
Well, no, I can't say they're always right. The future can be changed, see, and I won't be held accountable for any foolishness or failures you get yourself into after you use them.
Alright, you've convinced me. What are you selling?
That's what I like to hear. I've got a pot of Scry's room tea on the brew, and we'd also got a few other odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. I've also got a room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest.
Let's see what you have for sale.
Alright, here's what we got.
Ooh, a compass. That'd be nice. I have one. Let me get some scratch room. Just one. And a compass. I mean, how do you say no? Boost your lore for a time, granting in glimpses of... Oh, that's actually not bad. I'll grab another one for me. Cool, thanks. The door's barred from the other side. Alright. Let me get a look at you. Let me get a look at you. Oh. You're creepy. You look creepy. Cool. I got some scratch room for me and scratch room for Mr. Ignatius. Perfect. And a save point. What's behind here? Ooh. Is this breakable? No. I can't carry more lockpicks. Oh! Oh, you know what?
Always good to see a returning customer. What can I do for you? We got Scry's room tea brewing, and I've got a room to rent upstairs.
I have some questions for you.
And if you want to know about Scry's rooms, I'm the person to ask. Been growing and trading them since I was this high.
I heard Quill had a certain reputation for smuggling. He shoots you an angry glance.
A lot of folk talk about that. A lot of folk don't know what they're talking about. Sure, a lot of mercenaries have set up shop around these parts. I mean, yeah, we trade with them. But here in Pwyll, we pay our taxes just like anyone in the Union. That's why old Colwick went over to learn to be a waymaster and all.
His eyes narrow.
And if you've been snooping around and seen some things you don't like the look of, I'd advise you keep your trap shut. I don't pay Nod over there just for his looks, you know. He protects my business interests, hear me?
How's the scratch room trade?
Oh, the band's never been better. This shop I run's just out of respect for the village, but really I make my money selling shrooms in bulk to merchants, and there's a real penchant for the stuff. These days, peddlers, poets, and polymaths alike are drinking the stuff from Lundell to Venna in the tier rooms of Bayonne. Ladies and gents are seeing their futures unfurled before them. But I'd be lying if I said it was all good news. The harvest's been down lately, and each year we're growing less of the stuff.
He speaks low, suddenly sullen.
If I'm over here, you know what to do.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
Oh, here we go. Is there anywhere I can buy an Apostatic Union passport?
Only Union officials and certified traders can dispense them. You'll be wanting to talk to our local Waymaster Colwick over at the Way House, but he won't just hand them out for anyone.
You look like a resourceful merchant. I have coin, and I'm willing to pay. He narrows his eyes.
Careful now, you're suggesting an illegal trade. That sort of talk could see us both rotting in an Inquisition cell.
I just have to start the game over, that's fine. Don't worry, you can trust me. He is silent a moment. Needed 15, charm succeeded. He's silent a moment, staring into your eyes.
Alright, but a hint of this to anyone, and Nod over there will be adding some new kneecaps to his collection.
He collects kneecaps? Item gained, smuggler's key.
Go to the windmill. There's a locked door leading to the basement. This key will get you in, and you'll find my business associate down there. She'll sort you out. Now get onto my site. We never had this conversation, you hear?
Yes, sir. What is this? Hello! Oh, you look like a nice fellow. The man's eyes follow you with suspicion. His graying hair and weathered skin suggest he is older than most in the village, and a faded scar runs down his face.
You're new to town, I gather. Well, I'm the local waymaster. Name's Colwick. And I'll have you know, before you engage in any business here in Pwyll, I'll be taking your weight. So, without another word, please step on the scales.
He gestures to the huge contraption behind him.
Thanking you kindly.
Wait, why do you want to weigh me? He narrows his eyes.
By decree of the Apostatic Union, all those seeking a trade in this jurisdiction must prove they're of an ordinary disposition. That is, not physically altered by cipher magic or god devotion, nor bearing the guilt of unpunished crimes.
And you can tell that just by my weight?
Just step on the goddamn scales, alright?
Alright. Secrets and spores. In Pwyll Village, you met Waymaster Colwick, who refused to speak to you until you were weighed on the enormous scales. You've weighed yourself, and so should probably report back to him. Alright, fine. He studies the dials and symbols atop the machine, scratches various notes on some parchment.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Did I pass?
The Prime Glyph says you're a criminal.
He shoots you a stern glance.
The lesser glyphs are harder to parse. Let's see now. They say you were a petty criminal. Other glyphs say you were tracked for years. Did you know that, I wonder? Did you leave with one eye over your shoulder? Ah, but there's one more glyph. Inquisition agent.
He looks up from his parchment, his face struck with puzzlement.
Begging your pardon, at first glance I thought you might be one of those Dark Star mercenaries, running from the Inquisition raid. But you must have been fighting those scoundrels, eh?
Yes, those crimes were just, actually, Professor. It's not my choice, I assure you.
Well, far be it for me to delay acquisition business. I've approved your visit to Pwyll. You won't get any trouble.
He thinks a moment.
But, say, in light of your profession, could you lend this humble servant of the Apostatic Union a hand? There'll be an Apostatic Union passport in it for you. You see, the Inquisition raid ain't the only reason we've been so eager to weigh people of late. There's also fears of bloody god worship among the townsfolk. After all we've been through.
He looks distinctly peeved. So, let's see. So you need tracking down god worshippers. He leans forward and speaks low.
Aye, folk have been afeared recently, you see. The soil's dying and harvests are down. Merchants want to buy our scry shroom more than ever, but we can't meet demand. So some have been flirting with the old ways.
What makes the old ways so bad?
It's been 40 years since the God War. 40 years since the Apostatics told the Wiccans and their gods to go fuck themselves. 40 years since me and the lads drove a void spear through our own god's eye. That cruel, violent bastard of a god, Aingwin. We took the pee out of Aingwin. And in those 40 years, folk have forgotten how bad it was under the divine tyrant and his wicked lackeys. Sure, we had bountiful harvests and our pure purses were bulging, but our sons and daughters were taken from us, and the soil was fertilized with their blood. Now, our old god Aingwin's been dead for long enough, but they say so long as people still believe, some part of a god can live on. So there's been murmuring of some folk trying to bring him back, and that's got the rest of us scared shitless. Trouble with a small town like this, we all know each other, and the guilty parties won't talk to me. But you're an outsider, and an Inquisition agent to boot. I need you to ask around, and try to find any Wiccan sympathizers, so we can sort this out quiet-like, before the villagers start lopping each other's heads off in a frenzy. Looping each other's heads. Find something out, and I'll dispense you a Union passport that'll grant you passage to Hallowshire.
I get the whole god thing, but what exactly is a Wiccan?
Everything's gotten so comfy in the Union that people have forgotten their history. Well, I'll be damned.
For as long as people can remember, Wiccans have acted as mediators between gods and their worshippers. He strokes his chin. Kind of like lawyers of the divine, I guess. Ace attorneys, mate, have you? Supposedly they act in the best interest of both mortals and the gods, binding both in a magical contract that made sure neither got scuppered over. Except here in Pwyll, our Wiccans fucked us. The terms were all in England's favour. We can't have been alone, because 40 years ago the Apostatics started the God War, and we weren't the only place to slay their own god, let me tell ya. I'll think about it, he sighs. Look, if you hear of something out of sorts, just let me know, you hear? Looking for some Darkstar marks, and I need to explore the Nirik Isles. Kulwick taps his nose. An Inquisition business, eh? Don't worry, old Kulwick can keep a secret. Well, you might try and ask a Nud, who's been the hired muscle over the Scryshroom Company. Gotta say, he's a prickly fella, and I've never gotten on with him too well. But I know he used to work for the Darkstars. But, to be honest, I doubt you'll find much in old Pwyll. You'll be wanting to reach Hallowtown in Hallowshire, to the south. There's a Union Council building and a bustling dock where all sorts of skyships lay anchor. But to pass over the Union Gate Bridge, you'll need an Apostatic Union passport. Each one will grant you passage over a single bridge. Just a single bridge? That's it? As a certified waymaster, I have one that I'm not using, but Inquisitor or not, you'll have to earn my trust if I'm gonna just hand it over. Alright. I'm talking to him too much. Oh. The owner of this place won't let you pass this point. Darn! Well, I also have the meat. So, I've got an avenue. I've got two different avenues to get a Union passport. I can either go do some shady business over Hyon, over at yonder windmill, wherever that is. Jesus. It's the dead mushroom of their dead god. Or I can go and do some Salem witch trials and weed out the Wiccans. But I started this game sticking it to the man, and I think I'm gonna end this game sticking it to the man, so let's go do some shady shit. What? Why? What are you? Oh. Oh, that's the windmill. Okay. Hello. Oh. The farmhand sits aimlessly, watching the mushrooms. Busy day? You startled the farmhand. Huh? Oh, Amir wasn't slacking off. Oh no, it's just there ain't much to do around here lately. On account of all the poor shroom yield. Each year the harvests get leaner and leaner. Dwayne says it'll be fine, but I don't think even he believes it. Last time I took Scryshroom, I saw a vision of Pwyll, barren and bare. The house is all ruined. Honestly, unless we do something, this town ain't got much of a future, I reckon. I might as well. Are there any guard worshippers around here? He looks suddenly nervous. Mir don't know nothing, you hear? If I get caught talking about all that kind of stuff, Kulwick will go and weigh me on those scary scales of his. I'll leave you to it. He returns to staring at the mushrooms. Ooh, more lockpicks that I can't carry because I'm full up. So weird. Well, let's make our way inside. Where am I supposed to... Like, this is the windmill, right? Where am I supposed to use this key? Oh, Clever, clever. Is it that? No. Oh, yes. Hi. Why are you green? Is it a mirror? Mirror is... Oh, I thought the mirror was following me. Hi.
What's this? Another drop-in? I thought I told Dwayne to stop giving a key to any old breather.
She lets out a raspy sigh. She?
Look, I'm sure you know the drill, but tell anyone about our little smuggling enterprise and you'll get a blade in the gut.
Her torn lips form a mockery of a smile.
Got it.
She claps her hands together.
Well, with the pleasantries out of the way, what'll it be? You looking to move some goods? Or are you under a Union passport?
You look a little worse for wear.
What, you never seen an Endless before? Bet you haven't at all. Well, the name's Gutrid, and I'm 600 and something years old. Forgive me if I can't recall the exact number. The last 100 have been a bit of a drag. Anyways, I'm not a bloody emissary for the Endless Realm. You can see its rotten trees and mausoleums spires from Pwyll. So if you really want to know the delights of eternal life in a dusty tomb, you can go visit sometime.
Your Union passports, do they work?
Well, if they didn't, I'm not likely to tell you now, am I? How's this? If the fella at the gate bridge susses it's a forgery, I'll come give you a friendly visit at our Inquisition prison cell. Satisfied?
Or at yours?
So, if you want one, just have a look through my stock.
What's with the portal in the back?
Ah, an old family heirloom, shall we say. Us Endless are fond of our portal mirrors, even if they often lead you to the arse end of a mausoleum. Thought I might as well make good use of a pair, and struck up this little partnership with Dwyn. That one leads right to the Lost Purse in Hallowtown. Let's just say folk over there share a mutual distaste for Union taxes. Only, they keep the room barred from the other side unless we have a delivery, so don't go snooping now.
Let me see what you have for sale. She nods.
And obviously you didn't get it from me, right?
111 coins? Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to, if I want that one, I'm gonna have to come back for it. I might as well just go help, what's his face? Go help, Kulwick. I don't know how I'm gonna drum up that much coin. Whoop, I fell. Unless there's coins in the waterfall. Alright, what's up here? I haven't actually... Oh, is that a skyport? Oh, I'm gonna need to rent a room soon. My stamina's getting low. Oh, hi. Working hard or hardly working? Must purchase an airship deed before you can upgrade it. Oh. Woman casts you an indifferent gaze. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the Pwyll port of the Wigan Merchants Guild. I'm the local harbor master. Can I help you? How can I get my own airship? She smirks. What, you think we just hand them out to bright-eyed travelers? It takes a lot of coin to buy a sailing vessel, you know. Most Union merchants only have shares of the ships they use. Plus, even if you had a bulging coin purse under those, she vaguely gestures at your clothes, fine garments you're wearing. These days you need a writ of permission from the Riovan Port Authority, the RPA. And trust me, you're not going to find one of those lying around here in the sticks. What does the guild do here in Pwyll? She takes it as if the question was a particularly confounding riddle. Well, we oversee the transfer of goods, impose tariffs, check for contraband, that sort of thing. Pwyll is a pretty quiet place, so we don't get much traffic. Once a week, a merchant ship, usually a cog or a sloop, comes from Hallowtown with exports from the Union heartlands. Maybe once in a while, we'll get a dhow from Alasfara. And after we unload their goods, what do they want? Scry shroom. Always fucking scry shroom, I swear. If I have to winch one more crate of this stuff. Alright, bye. Cool, so I can do fuck all here. Sweet. Alright. Well, I don't really want to this off until I do something of, like, significance, so... what? Okay. The woman The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Pwyll. She mutters under her breath, "Flames. Oh, flames. We have to douse the flames." I'll say nothing. She continues to mutter to herself, shaking her head to and fro until she startles herself awake. Ah! She looks at you with a frenzied intensity to her gaze. "What are you doing? You've got to get out of here! The Nautilab will burn you alive!" Not the Nautilab! Whatever's next! The Flanganip? You jest, but the giant Nautilab is no joke! What do you think caused all this devastation? We have to... She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment, she says, "Nothing's on fire, is it?" "Are you kidding? I'm burnt to a crisp!" "Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You caught me in the middle of a divination. My name is Olwen, mayor of this humble village of Pwyll. How do you do?" Did you say divination? Are we going to die? Are hallucinogenic drugs part of your mayoral Are you hallucinogenic drugs part of your mayoral duties, or... She blinks at you. "Well, of course! Hallucinogenic drugs are a main export here in Pwyll. It would be remiss of me not to partake. You see, I've found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control." Why... I can't, like, actually look in her face. I would like to. "I was merely indulging in a scryshroom meditation to divine what manner of threat this giant monster could pose. And, it turns out it's really not much of a problem at all." How... Well, you seem like you have the situation firmly under control. How reliable are these divinations? "Oh, in Pwyll we pride ourselves on our scryshroom divinations, always being reliable. Except, for when they're not. Sometimes the drug can exacerbate the user's hopes and fears, making the vision more fantastical than prophetic. You see, a small mercenary band has made certain demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Dark Stars. This lot are much less accomplished. Which makes it all the more puzzling now that they've got their hands on a giant Nautilab. Oh, is that the thing that's chained to the fort? What is a Nautilab exactly?" She waves her hands dismissively. "Just a Skyrealm's mollusk that you find around these parts, easily recognizable by their shells. But I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilab. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss at what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether this Nautilab thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. What if those mercenaries were to disappear? Oh, well, that would be quite the tragedy. The idea of more blood being spilled on Pwyllian soil is a horrible thought." Her eyes narrow. "But of course, it would rather solve the problem here, wouldn't it? And with so little funds to hire guards, it would be awfully hard to catch the perpetrator of such a crime." She smiles suddenly. "Oh, but pay me no mind. I'm merely thinking out loud. Now, was there anything else?" "I met your son, Lud." "Oh, yes, my darling boy. Was he just loitering around on the path again? I can never get that boy to pursue his studies, no matter how hard I try. But I shouldn't be too hard on him. There aren't any other children his age in Pwyll, and my mayoral duties keep me so busy. Oh, that reminds me, it's nearly time for my invigorating intonations." You know any Wiccan worship going on? God worship? In Pwyll? Surely not. Most of the villagers who are old enough to remember actively relishing the death of their former god Aingwin for all the horrible things he did. Well, I know where Darkstar mercenaries are. Questions about this town. Alright, where's this pub? Shroom. Oh no, the pub's in Hallowshire. That's right. Crap. Money! Well, I could head off and deal with that Nautilob. Nautilob, what a weird word. Because that's the gate bridge, yeah. So, then that's going to be my target that I got to make my way to, that giant thing. So, I'll go ahead and save here, and next time we're going to go see if we can deal with that Nautilob and the mercenaries keeping it captive, using it as a weapon. So, I'll catch you guys later. Same pun time, same pun channel. Whoa. See you later.